Hey there, welcome back to my channel. This is Korean Culture. If you're new to this channel, I'll be bringing you food from different cultures, so stay tuned. In this video, I'll be going through the quick recipe for Maafe, also known as Domoda, as well as peanut butter soup. It is a meal common in West Africa, and it's because most of those countries cultivate groundnut, known as spring nut. And yeah, it's a very delicious meal and it's very easy to make. So stay tuned and let's go through it. Alright, so I'm gonna go through the ingredients we will need for this meal. And we have tomato paste. And then we're gonna need some bay leaves as well. It's a very important leaf. It also enhances the immune system. So we're gonna need the grape tomatoes as well. And that's the wooden spatula we're gonna use to stir the peanut butter. Because it gets sticky, so we're gonna need to stir it. We're gonna need some turmeric powder. We're gonna need some garlic powder. So in this case, I wouldn't have to cut any garlic since I've got the powder already. We've got our black pepper powder as well. So you realize we're gonna use a lot of spices here. Use 1 onion, and then we have the red ties. I'm gonna use 3 of them this time, and then the green and red pepper. Usually the green and red pepper, I just use half of it. So what I do, I just try to cut the meat to little pieces so I don't have to struggle with it. And yeah, that also depends on how you want it. So you realize there's a lot of fat in this meat I got. So I'm gonna try to take away the fats as well. Yeah, because I don't like to eat the fats. So yeah. So one of the food safeties I try to adhere to is trying to use a different cutting board with anything that's raw and vegetables and anything else. Because if you do that, you try to minimize the spread of infections. So I try to use a different knife as well for the raw meat. That's meat, chicken, anything that's raw, and I use a different knife on a different cutting board for the vegetables and anything else I want to cut that's not raw. That's the fat I'm trying to separate from the meat. So I'm just gonna dispose of it because I don't want to eat it. So some people like to eat it, and depends on what you want. So yeah. So we're done cutting the meat into small pieces. So we're gonna get ready to put it in the cooking pot and try to boil it. So that's the second part we're gonna do. We're gonna boil the meat, and as we're boiling the meat, simultaneously we're gonna be chopping off the onions and anything else we're gonna need for the meal. So I'm gonna add some water to it and let it boil for at least half an hour, or at least when the meat is soft and I'm sure that it's fully cooked. So yeah, so now we're gonna cut the onions. Yeah, I don't like this part. However, I can't skip it. So as you can realize, the cutting board was trying to run off, it was sliding. So I had to improvise by placing a cloth under it, so it helps to give it a firm grip. So cutting board won't be moving around like it was in the first part. Yeah, and also it's not necessary to chop the onions off till it's very small, since we're gonna blend everything once we're done. So we've got the 3 red ties, and I'm just gonna cross them as small as they can get, because I'm gonna blend everything again. So it's gonna be smooth at the end. I'm glad I didn't struggle with these ones like the onions. So yep, so we go for the red pepper. One way you can save time while making this meal is, as you're doing this, you need to leave the meat to boil simultaneously, so you don't have to be waiting for it, or you don't have to wait while not doing anything. Now it's time to cut the grape tomatoes. So the meat is boiling and it's almost done. Try to blend everything with the spices and the ginger and garlic and the salt, so it can spread to it. So we're gonna get it into the blender and we're gonna blend everything together at the same time, and that's what we're gonna add to the cooking pot once we add the peanut butter to it. Blended everything, so we're gonna put it back to the bowl and we're just gonna let it set until it's time to use it. yeah, I tried to take everything off. It wasn't coming off. So we're gonna be adding potatoes as well to the meal. Like you can add carrots and more things as well. So you can see the oil suspended on the cooking pot. There's a lot of fats in the meat, so I didn't even add any oil to it. Yep, got the tomato paste, potatoes, and the bay leaves waiting. And that's the blended spices and the onions as well, tomato. So it's now time to add the peanut butter once you've realized the meat is cooked and already boiled. So this is one of the hardest parts as well. I try to do it the hard way by just trying to stir it myself. This way, the peanut butter gets cooked evenly when you spread it in the pot while it's being heated. So that's why I needed a very firm grip to it so I can hold it firm. Step is to add the spices are already blended. Like some tomato paste. And usually when I add the peanut butter, I let it sit for at least 15 minutes so that the peanut butter can be cooked and I can easily stir to it and then before I add the tomato paste and the spices. Do now is just let it cook. I try to put the heat just midway and then just let it keep boiling, and that's what's gonna give you the best end product. So I keep stirring because I don't want the peanut butter to burn below. So I try to stir so there's nothing at the bottom. Now it's time to just cook the rice, and that's the easiest part. I just make sure the rice is clean, and then I'm gonna add some water. And since I'm using a rice cooker, I don't have to worry about it, so I'm just gonna let it cook. Usually it takes less than half an hour to get the rice done. All I have to worry about is make some stirring, and that can take about 20 minutes because I don't try to rush it. I just find something else to do, but keep in mind that I have to stir it all the time, maybe 5-minute intervals or even less than that, trying to make sure there's nothing at the bottom. So once you see the oily feature at the top, that's when you know it's almost done. Yep. So that's it. We're ready. The rice is ready. The soup is ready. Now it's time to get to the presentation. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Watch out for more videos. Thank you. Have a nice day.